Okay, good morning, my students. It's the 24th of March on Tuesday, our second day of online learning or remote learning or whatever you want to call it. When I was looking through today, I know maybe a lot of us have difficulty uh, handing in the work, and if you did, okay, well, let's try and do it again today. Now, I don't want this work to back up on you too much, but for those people who have submitted work already, and you submitted it right through the Google Classroom, good work. I let you know that you do a great job and keep on going. But I wanted to be clear about my grading. That's why I'm sending you a video. Okay. So the grading is going to be broken down into three basic things. One, we're going to have classwork, which is what I typically call class participation. If you know anything about our grades, it's a pretty big part of our grade. Okay. We have a homework grade. And then we finally have tests and assessments and quizzes. So those are where our three grades are coming from. Now, homework, I'm assigning a homework in the directions every day. I'm trying not to make it too big. I'm trying to keep it down to somewhere between 2 and 5 questions, depending on how hard they are. If it's one maybe really hard question, it might just be one question. So I'm not giving you a giant homework sheet at the end of the week like I've been doing. But I am giving you a couple of quick questions, so I want you to have a fast turnaround with the homework. Tests and quizzes, we will still have tests and quizzes. I will post that when I know when we're having them on the site, and you guys can prepare for them. Now, unfortunately, it may not be easy for me to do a review, so keep that in mind. Classwork and class participation, this is the important one. Now, I can no longer see you in class. So if a student raises their hand and says, "Oh, Mr. Flans, the answer to this question is that," or if a student says, "Oh, I'll do this on the board," and does a question on the board, I give them credit for that. Or, they help another student. That normally would be class participation. But because of the environment we're in, we can't really do that. So what I'm asking you to do is every day on a sheet of paper, you do the 4 key parts of our lesson that we always do. Do now, the exit ticket, group practice, and independent practice. Now, I've had the video that shows you the classwork homework directions, so I show you how you can put it on one piece of paper for all 4 of these, and this should be on one piece of paper too, the homework. Now, independent. Okay, so here's what I want you to understand about this. This is you showing me that you attended class. This is your class participation. This is your attendance as well. If I get nothing back from you, I hear no emails, I have no homework, God forbid, no quizzes, you are absent that day. It's kind of like an online cutting, if you want to think of it that way. Even though you may have looked at my assignment, watched the videos, maybe tried to go through the problems at home, if you send me nothing, I have no proof you were in my class. So you get marked absent. Number 2, this shows me you're doing work in class. So I want you to every day do these 1, 2, 3, 4 things. Okay? Now the good thing about group practice and independent practice is I'm trying to make videos for every one of these. Attached to your lesson or your assignment for that day, you will see a video made by me for group practice and a video made by me for independent practice. So not only does that really mean that you necessarily don't have to do this independently, both of these, what you can do is follow along with my video, okay? I will do the group practice. I will do the independent practice. Now, if you want to go ahead and try it on your own, that's fine. So try those on your own and then maybe go back and look at my video. Or do my video and then try to do it on your own. But in a sense, these aren't going to require a great amount of work. I just want to see you copying my work at the very least. Do now an exit ticket you're doing independently. So I make something relatively easy to start with, and the exit ticket is something pertaining to the lesson, probably the group or independent practice. Okay, so the final thing I want you to know with these 2, homework and classwork, show your work. That means I want to see your work. I don't want to just see an answer. Okay? So homework should not look like 1, 27, 2, 15, and say, okay, Lance, that's my homework. No, I want to see the workout, okay? Otherwise, I don't know you're doing the work. You have to communicate with me that you're doing your work, okay? And showing your work right now is the best way you could do that. Okay, so for all your assignments, show your work. Do it on a piece of loose leaf paper. Now, if you do it wrong, but you show me your work, you're getting credit. But if you do it right, and I don't see any work, I'm not giving you any credit. I'm sorry. I have to prove that. You have to prove to me you're doing work. Otherwise, I cannot give you credit for class participation because I do not know what you're doing. I cannot give you a credit for homework because I do not know what you're doing. Tests and quizzes will be a little bit different. So I just want you to read this and take it forward. Any questions, just email me.